Alright, my name is Angelo Gonzalez, and this is the Something That Matters to Me speech. So, I was about 5 years old at my old house here in Las Vegas, and it was an early Christmas morning, and like many other kids, the first thing I did when I woke up on that Christmas morning was run straight to the living room and see what Santa had left for me under the tree. So, to my surprise, what I found was my very first ever video game console, which ended up being the Nintendo Wii. Now, I really, really love my Nintendo Wii, and regrettably, it did make me spend hours and hours in front of a TV screen, either playing the Wii or watching other people play the Wii or just videos in general about the Wii. So, the Wii did help me a lot in my childhood since I grew up as an only child. It helped me since I didn't have any siblings or any people to play with. The Wii was really helpful in killing time and also helped me socialize a lot with my other cousins who had consoles themselves, like the 3DS or the Nintendo Wii, like me. And we were able to communicate a lot since we had a common interest, which was the video games. Fast forward a couple years to when I was in sixth grade. It was during the pandemic, and because of the pandemic, everyone was on lockdown, everyone had to stay at home. But because of this, the main way of interacting with people was online, which ended up helping my passion for video games grow even more as I was getting into more different genres like shooting games and fighting games, especially. And because of this, I was able to socialize with a lot of people online because everyone was in lockdown, so nobody was going outside. Eventually, the next year, though, in seventh grade, they did have to end lockdown. But even then, in person, I was still able to make a lot of friends and socialize because of people who shared my interest in video games. And not only that, because video games were really fun, it was a really good tool that I could use to de stress. Since middle school obviously had a higher difficulty than elementary school, a lot of the work and everything was a little bit more independent. It was a lot more challenging, and video games were a good way to clear my mind, de stress, and perhaps maybe even get better grades because of that. Fast forward to today, I still currently play video games very often, basically every day. I think it's really good to de stress. I obviously have fun, and college is getting tougher and tougher, so this is a really good way to clear my mind and try to get better grades. Not only that, I also continue spending my time with people online. I always find new people, both in person in my college classes or online, who share my passion for the different video games and different consoles that they offer. So in general, I know a lot of people still think that video games aren't the best. Even my introduction had me saying that I would spend hours and hours spending on a TV screen. But I do feel like video games also has its own good things, such as the whole social ability and just in general having a clear mind, and also just having fun, especially when you grew up with as an only child who didn't have many of the opportunities as other kids who had siblings to play with and all that stuff. So in general, I do hope that this speech can convince at least some people that video games do have some positive sides to them as well. And that was my Something That Matters speech. Thank you.